Good morning. This is Mark Lefebvre from the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your conservation report. This morning I'd like to talk about a couple of educational opportunities for farmers on nitrogen management. Farmers are increasingly being scrutinized for some of their farming practices, especially when it comes to manure and fertilizer applications. And with the talk of potential regulations on nutrient applications and the Department of Ag's draft nitrogen fertilizer management plan, I think it's in farmers' best interest to become educated on this. So the first opportunity is called Nitrogen Smart, and Nitrogen Smart is an educational program designed to provide the information necessary to evaluate nitrogen fertilizer options. Farmers have been exploring new and creative ways to manage nitrogen fertilizer in recent years. Remote sensing, crop growth models, in-season soil testing, and variable rate application technology have all drawn significant interest for the potential to add profit while reducing environmental impact to groundwater and surface water. The University of Minnesota Extension has been holding Nitrogen Smart seminars across Minnesota the past 2 years to help farmers become more effective with their use of nitrogen. The seminars have been attended by more than 600 people in the past 2 years, and the feedback suggests it has been well worth their time. At each seminar, led by Extension educator Brad Carlson, farmers learn about the latest data and research behind nitrogen application practices that not only reduce environmental impact, but also fertilizer costs for the farmer. After attending Nitrogen Smart, nearly 70% of the farmers changed their nitrogen rate. The average reduction in nitrogen application as a result of the seminars was 33 pounds per acre in 2016 and 25 pounds per acre in 2017. And as expected, the cost savings have been significant. Attendees lowered their average fertilizer cost by over $7,000 in 2016 and approximately $4,100 in 2017 from improved nitrogen management practices shared during those seminars. And farmers who followed guidance to move nitrogen application from fall to spring had an average positive impact over $15,000 in 2017 based on published yield improvements. So Nitrogen Smart is a training program for producers that presents fundamentals for maximizing economic return on nitrogen investments while minimizing nitrogen losses. The workshops deliver high-quality, research-based education so producers can learn the sources of nitrogen for crops, how nitrogen is lost from soil and how you can reduce the losses, how to manage nitrogen in drainage systems, what the new nutrient reduction strategy and nitrogen fertilizer management plan mean for Minnesota farmers, and finally, the practices to refine nitrogen management, including split applications, alternative N fertilizers, soil and tissue testing, and nitrogen models. The trainings are free to attend and are funded by Minnesota corn growers and hosted by Minnesota Ag Water Resources Center during March. Unfortunately, the locations haven't been set yet, but that information should be out in the next week or so. If you can't attend, be on the lookout for a taped version of the seminar that farmers can access from home in the first quarter of 2018. The second learning opportunity is a nitrogen conference on Tuesday, February 6th at the St. Cloud River's Edge Convention Center. There is a $20 registration fee at the door, or you can register online, and that includes a lunch. This conference will bring in experts from across the country as well as Minnesota to focus entirely on nitrogen. Current topics in crop production and environmental stewardship will be relevant and informative for today's agricultural producers and professionals that would attend this conference. To wrap up, I'd like to mention two other upcoming meetings. The first is the Emerging Farmers Conference on January 26th and 27th at the University of Minnesota Continuing Education Center on the St. Paul campus. And this is primarily for smaller vegetable farms and community-supported agriculture operations. And finally, I want to plug our Farmers Fair that we are hosting along with the Sauk River Watershed District and the Natural Resources Conservation Service on March 8th at the Roadside Tavern in Roscoe. Topics this year include cover crop seeding methods and field trials, Discovery Farms research results, and options to manage water quality with tile drainage. This will also be free if you pre-register, and more information will be coming out on that soon. If you'd like any other information on any of these events or other soil and water conservation topic, you can always give our office a call at 320-251-7800 extension 3. This has been Mark Lefebvre with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your weekly conservation report, and thanks for listening.